Chapter 19, Aunt Polly Ends Her Doubts. Tom arrived at home feeling gloomy, and the first thing his aunt said to him didn't make him feel any better. "Tom, I have a notion to skin you alive." "Why, Aunt Polly? What have I done?" "Well, you've done enough. Here I go over to Serenity Harper like an old softy, expecting I'm going to make her believe all that stuff about that dream, when lo and behold, she found out from Joe that you were over here and heard all of the talk we had that night. Tom, I don't know what's to become of a boy that will act like that. It makes me feel so bad to think that you could let me go on and make such a fool of myself and never say a word." This was something new for Tom to think about. The dreams had seemed a good joke to Tom before and very clever, but now it looked mean and unfair. He hung his head and could not think of anything to say for a moment, and then said, "Auntie, I wish I hadn't done it, but I didn't think." "Oh, child, you never think. You never think of anything but yourself. But you could think to come all the way over here from Jackson's Island in the middle of the laugh at our troubles, and you could think to fool me with a lie about a dream, but you could never think to put pity on us and save us from our sorrow." "Auntie, I know it was mean, but I didn't mean to be. I didn't, honest, and besides, I didn't come over here to laugh at you that night." "What'd you come here for, then?" "It was to tell you not to be uneasy about us, because we hadn't drowned. Tom, I'd like to thank the world if I could believe you ever had a good thought as that, but you know you never did, and I know it, Tom. But it's true. I wanted to keep you from grieving. That's what made me come here. I'd give the whole world to believe that, Tom. I'd almost be glad that you'd run off and acted so bad, but it doesn't seem possible because you didn't tell me, child." "Why, you see, when you were talking about the funeral, I just got all full of ideas of our coming home and hiding in the church, and I couldn't bear to spoil it. So I just put the bark note into my jacket pocket and kept mum." "What bark?" "The bark I wrote to tell you we've gone pirating, and I wish now you'd have woken up when I kissed you. I do, honest." Aunt Polly didn't look quite so angry now. A soft look came into her eyes. "Did you kiss me, Tom?" "Why, yes, I did." "Are you sure you did, Tom?" "Yes, I did, Auntie, certain sure." "What did you kiss me for, Tom?" "Because I love you so, and you lay there moaning, and I was so sorry." The words sounded like the truth. The old lady could not hide a shake in her voice. "Kiss me again, Tom, and be off with you to school now, and don't bother me any more." The moment he was gone, she ran to the clothes closet and got out the old jacket Tom had used in his pirating. She stopped a moment to think whether it was right to see if Tom had lied, but she made up her mind that even if he did, it was a good lie. Her hand went into the pocket. A moment later, she read Tom's note on the bark, through full of tears, and saying to herself, "I could forgive that boy now if he committed a million sins."